Taken on the last day of AZ Merit testing, here's a look at Perry Puma Drive at 7:20 a.m. And here it is again at 10:10 a.m. Do you see it now? When only having a certain grade level come in, as opposed to everybody else coming in, there is a drastic difference towards the commute around Perry High School. A difference that can incite a fix towards making this high school a complete street.
One or more transportation methods function better.
We run this morning route regular time.
That's your buses from your school, right?
Yeah, it's starting at 9:33.
They have to cross too.
They're gonna beat me, and I picked you up at school.
Hi, my name is Parker Yost, talking about the dilemma of Perry High School's congestion. I am proposing in this video possible solutions to the growing concern of public infrastructure not adequately serving the growing population. I have isolated my findings to Perry High School as an example for other major high schools. The demand for personal transportation has increased, with Perry High School lagging behind. My main areas of research involve those with a personal vehicle who travel to and from Perry High School in and out of the main student parking lot located between the retired bus repair station and formerly known as the Bus Barn in west of the main campus respectively. Different scenarios were taken into account, such as how state test taking days were seen compared to normal school days. I'll use these two timings seen from the beginning to correlate with my proposals of making the main student parking lot complete. Today is AZ Merit test taking day. Students who take AZ Merit are sophomores, with most under the age to get a driver's license. That is why on what would be the time for everybody to come in, there is only one group of students coming in. Fast forward 2 hours, and now there are freshmen, juniors, and seniors all coming over. Here's AZ Merit, here's everyone else. Here's when you allow one group to come in, as opposed to all three. Imagine what it's like when it is not just three, but all four classes coming in. Yeah, it is a lot. When you have more students, consequently, you have more cars. When you have more cars, you have more traffic. More traffic means more congestion. It is a mess. Conditions look the same too when you have school ending. However, I would argue this one to be worse than the morning, because instead of everybody entering, everybody wants to get out of here. You start to form bottlenecks when mass groups of people are trying to get somewhere at the same time. Trying to find solutions to fix this was not a straightforward shot. My first approach to solving this was to have a staggered time schedule. When Perry High School has roughly 750 students per grade level, that equates to roughly 3,200 students attending. With the expansion of the parking lots, take the repurposing of the Bus Barn, for instance, or additional lots being redeveloped next to the school's seminary, the school knows that there are a lot of students attending. Despite the efforts, this is still a reoccurring problem. Trying to enter or leave the main student parking lot on a normal school day is going to take the majority a while to complete. As of right now, school starts at 7:25 a.m. and dismisses at 2:15 p.m. Every single day, these are the times students attend Perry. What if instead there was a time buffer between grade levels entering and exiting? For example, freshmen and sophomores arrive at the normal time, while juniors and seniors arrive and depart 15 minutes later. You start to create a delay between the two, providing a good enough gap to allow traffic to flow freely. In hindsight, this sounds feasible. However, it gets complicated afterwards. Everybody's class schedule would be unique in a sense that certain grade levels would be starting and stopping at different times. Bus schedules would also have to wrap around the idea that not all students are being picked up and dropped off at the same time. Rather, round trips would be made to facilitate different kids' schedules. Teacher schedules would change too, given that students are taking different classes at different times. On the contrary, there are already some time delays in place. With early dismissal, seniors who are eligible can opt in for a half day to attend. They can either come in later or leave earlier from everyone else, depending on how their schedule is set. If this was in a way applied to other grade levels, and with some acceptability and adaptability, it would be a way forward to controlling traffic. For the time being, physical improvements can be made to fix some of the issues with the main student parking lot, the majority of which actually have to do with the way students get out of their cars. The bus barn across the main parking lot is used as classroom space and additional parking space. Students walk across the main student parking lot to get to school. These people who park at the bus barn do not take the crosswalks, but instead travel sporadically across, weaving through cars as they get closer to campus. Rather than having students leave from there is a second entrance down here. Sliding the gate away and placing down some sidewalks can connect a path that leads all the way to school. With pedestrians on a separate path away from vehicles is not only safe for them, but by means safer for people who drive. Students taking their classes over in the bus barn can traverse this path too, leaving all the while a clear crossing for cars to pass. The way parents drop off their kids gets commingled with students trying to park. There is a median that stretches across Perry Puma Drive. This median can be revitalized by having a portion cut off at the entrance behind the intersection to create a type of merge lane. This forces cars to merge right as they enter, leaving all parents to drop off on one side of the median and exit around the median to where they came from. This method can be similarly seen at fast food restaurants. The end goal leaves shared space between students and parents, all the while not convenient in any way. When you organize different groups, traveling becomes safer and convenient. Directing and informing parents and students of where and how to enter and exit can streamline the whole experience of traveling to school. Students enter here, parents enter here. Where they enter is where they leave. This new extension of a walkway helps commuters get to classes while also accessing their cars. This parent pickup and drop-off loop speeds up the time of ride sharing. Doing this project taught me to think differently of something I thought was the norm. Proposals I first thought were valid made me think again. The way things are processed all depends on perspective. Some ideas will work, while others will not. It is the ingenuity that makes problems like these a thing of the past. In the end, these fixes will make this popular parking lot complete. My name is Parker Yost. Thanks for watching.